I am continuing in my reading. What I'm doing in this series is to read through the entire standard works of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This consists of the Bible, the Book of Mormon, the Doctrine and Covenants, and the Pearl of Great Price. I am continuing reading in a chronological order, according to event, not according to publication or volume, so I'm skipping around a bit as I move along. So Christ is still in Galilee. The Jews in Jerusalem are seeking to kill him. Those in the east don't want him there, so he's back in Capernaum. We've been reading many of his discourses and his miracles, his parables, all this stuff. Just the meat of his ministry, you might say. Now, the last thing we read was that he returned again to his own country, which I believe means Nazareth. And he is once again rejected there. And so he doesn't do much in the way of miracles. That's where we left it. So now we're going to read in Matthew chapter 10. We've already read the first 4 verses, so we're going to finish the rest of the chapter, verses 5 through 42. These 12 Jesus sent forth and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not. But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, and as ye go, preach, saying, The kingdom of heaven is at hand. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely give. Provide neither gold nor silver nor brass in your purses, nor scrip for your journey, neither 2 coats, neither shoes, nor yet staves, for the workman is worthy of his meat. And into whatsoever city or town ye shall enter, inquire who in it is worthy, and there abide till ye go thence. And when ye come into an house, salute it. And if the house be worthy, let your peace come upon it. And if it be not worthy, let your peace return to you. And whosoever shall not receive you, nor hear your words when ye depart out of that house or city, shake off the dust of your feet. Verily I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment than for that city. So now we're having the 12 apostles being sent off on their own as missionaries. Up to this point, they've been traveling with Christ. He's been instructing them. They've been watching him. And now he's saying, it's time for you to go off on your own. Now, we're probably getting very close to the end of the first year of Christ's ministry. And so these men have been with him for nearly a year. And now Christ is saying, it is time for you to go out and preach the word. As it is, freely you have received, freely give. In other words, you've seen everything I have done. You go and do it. Do what I have done. Heal the sick. Cast out devils. Preach the word. And that last part there, the shake the dust off your feet, that's not just if people don't like what you're saying exactly. It's if they are unwilling to listen, if they kick you out, as they did in Nazareth, then you do this. And you can do it to a house, or you can do it to a city. To do it to a city would mean that the entire city is saying they don't want to talk to you. But if you can find anybody in that city who is worthy, go to them. Remember that God was willing to save Sodom and Gomorrah if only 10 were found worthy. But now let us continue reading. Verse 16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be therefore wise as serpents, and harmless as doves. But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues. And ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles. But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak. For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. And the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents, and cause them to be put to death. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endureth to the end shall be saved. But when they persecute you in this city, flee ye into another. For verily I say unto you, ye shall not have gone over the cities of Israel, till the Son of Man be come. The disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord. It is enough for the disciple that he be as his master, and the servant as his Lord. If they have called the master of the house Beelzebub, how much more shall they call them of his household? Fear them not, therefore, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, and hid that shall not be known. This seems to be talking about a lot more than just the 12 apostles. This is prophetic of how Christians in general would be treated by the wider world. Many of the 12 apostles do testify before kings, but the description of the persecution, the son rising against his father, the father against the child, As far as we know, among the apostles, none of their parents turned against them, and they didn't turn against their parents. This is a prophecy about what will happen to faithful Christians, and it was definitely fulfilled. Continuing now, verse 27. What I tell you in darkness, that speak ye in light, and what ye hear in the ear, that preach ye upon the housetops. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. Are not 2 sparrows sold for a farthing? And one of them shall not fall on the ground without your Father. But the very hairs of your head are all numbered. Fear ye not, therefore, ye are of more value than many sparrows. Whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father which is in heaven. But whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven. Think not that I am come to send peace on the earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me, and he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. There's a lot going on here in this discourse. I'm not going to have time to go over every verse, but there's a couple of things that stand out to me. So what I tell you in darkness, speak ye in light, what ye hear in the ear, in other words, what's whispered. So the secrets that I'm telling you, the things that we discuss privately, you are going to be called to declare them to the world. That's what the Gospels are. They're declaring, it says that he told the disciples the meaning of the parables privately, but they tell us the meaning publicly in the Gospels. Then there's also, I came not to bring peace, but a sword. This is once again a prophecy of what's to come. Because he is saying here that if we are not willing to be divided from our family, we are not worthy of Christ. It's like, what was it? Who was it? There was a famous singer in the church who came out as homosexual recently, and his mother joined him and says, I'd rather go to hell with my son than stay in the church without him. And I mean, that's what's going to happen. They're going to both go to hell, because that's what he's saying here. She loves her son more than she loves Christ, and therefore not worthy. We have to be willing to not only stand against the unfaithful and the ungodly, the heathens, but we have to be willing to call our own family out, to say, we will stand with Christ regardless of what you do. Let us read these last few verses here. Verse 40. He that receiveth you receiveth me, and he that receiveth me receiveth him that sent me. He that receiveth a prophet in the name of a prophet shall receive a prophet's reward. And he that receiveth a righteous man in the name of a righteous man shall receive a righteous man's reward. And whosoever shall give to drink unto one of these little ones a cup of cold water only in the name of a disciple, verily I say unto you, he shall in no wise lose his reward. So again, receive Christ and be saved. Do good to those. And that last verse seems a little out of place, quite honestly, but it's help those in need, especially the children. I'm going to leave that here. We're going to do the Joseph Smith translation in the next video, so I will see you there.